Back in February, do you remember, we met viewer Kim Gandy, whose irrational fear of loos, and in particular black loo seats, was ruining her life.
My hands are still sweaty and I've still got butterflies in my stomach because I haven't yet seen the toilet, so I'm just going to go in now and check it out. The seat isn't how a normal toilet seat is. It is freaking me out a little bit.
You've spent only an hour with Kim. How have you worked on her mind, her psyche?
What I've done is just reprogram the thoughts that Kim used to have, and I've set up a special trigger where she simply presses her thumb and finger together, and by doing that it releases an emotional response that makes her feel confident, comfortable, relaxed and secure.
It's the toilet! Yes?
Oh my God! No way! Well, Kim says she is still phobia-free, and the difference it's made to her life has been huge.
And Kim was not alone. We received lots of letters and emails from people whose lives have been ruled by their phobias. So, all this week, hypnotist Elliott Wald is back, and he's going to try and help viewers across the week conquer their fears.
Well, starting today with Sue Brearley, whose fear of soup is ruling her life so much that a trip to the supermarket can bring on panic attacks.
When it's time for me to go shopping, I feel a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, and a little bit wary of what I'm going to run into. I know that I've got to face it eventually, and I know that the aisle is going to be coming up to me, but I try not to let it faze me at the moment. I feel okay at the moment. I feel fine. I can see beans and spaghetti, but I can't see soup, so I'm fine. But I know that I'm getting near now, and my heart's beating a little bit faster. I can feel my heart beating 10 to a dozen actually, and I feel a bit clammy. And I know it's there now, and I can't go down there. Oh God, I can't go in there. Do you know what I saw? A tin of tomato soup. The worst one ever. The look of it, the texture of it, probably even the colours. I'd never have it. If I saw it on menu, I'd ask people not to have it if I had to. I've been to a wedding and people have not had it because I've asked them.
Well, Sue is here now with hypnotherapist Elliott Wald, who met her about an hour ago. Elliott, you've been working with Sue for about an hour, but Sue, you couldn't even watch that film.
No.
So whatever is going on is still with her, but that much you know, because you're going to work with her the rest of the morning, Elliott. So, Sue. What's the problem with soup? Have you had a bad encounter with soup?
No, I never liked it. The smell, the texture, the look of it is just awful.
But I understand that when you were little, your mum, to make things go a long way and sensibly, she made soup.
She made soup,
and all
yeah.
of you children had to eat it.
Yep, yeah. And we had to eat what was on the table. It's just how we were brought up. You had to finish what was put in front of you.
She hid it in other things as well, didn't she?
She did, yeah, she did. Yeah, chicken soup.
How do you
greens,
hide soup?
Chicken casserole. Just stick a tin of chicken soup in it.
But then doesn't that just turn it into a casserole then?
Oh no, it's soup.
Because you can eat casserole, can't you?
I can eat stews. I love stews. I love
So
casseroles.
if you have all the ingredients of a casserole, that's perfectly okay. And then what about if you lift that up and then put it in the blender and whiz it down? Can you eat that?
No. Well, yeah, I would be able to. If I smelt the soup, if I smell it or taste it, it would be gone.
So there's something in soup that you can smell?
I can remember the smells that I was given when I was a child.
And what is that smell?
It's hard to explain. It's all the different flavours. I can remember them vividly.
Did
and
your
the
mum
colours.
put barley in there?
Oh, my grandma did.
Vegetables?
Yeah, but my mum calls that broth. And broth is soup to me.
Oh, right.
Broth's
okay.
not soup to my mum.
Golly, okay.
And you said on the tape there that you went to a wedding and
I
spoilt
just
the meal.
quietly told everybody that I had a phobia of soup and that if they were going to have it, would they let me know, and I'd walk away. Nobody had it for me. Nobody. They all said, I think there were 2 that were going to have soup, and they said, oh, we won't have it.
Gosh, and they believed you because it's something if you go, oh, you can't be phobic to soup?
Even if they'd have served it on the next table, if I'd have seen it, I'd have been off.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
now you're caring for your 2 sons and you meet at a carers group.
Yeah.
And they have soup.
They do, yeah. And I have to stand outside and wait until it's all cleared up. Till
And
it's
the
all
smell
gone.
is gone.
Yeah.
Elliot, we were talking this morning at the beginning of the programme, and people were saying what they were phobic of, and the list is incredible. Well, apart from the fact we've just printed up this phobia list.
Yes.
So these are the names for pretty well all of the phobias apart from soup, which is not on there, bizarrely. So that, you know, we can be frightened of everything. As the lady said, she was frightened of earrings, frogs, cheese, butterflies, belly buttons, Scotch eggs. So we are capable of being scared of anything.
Potentially we're capable of creating a phobic response to anything, absolutely. Any food, any material, any substance, any thought, absolutely, anything.
And your job to cure someone of that phobia is the same no matter what it is?
Basically, what I've been doing with Sue